What is up, OGs? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another season review. And today we are going to be reviewing the first season of The Rookie. So I started watching this because I saw clips of it and was like, this seemed interesting to me. And this is probably one of the best cop shows I've ever watched. I really haven't watched that many, but not much really at all. But this is a really good show. So you don't know the premise. The premise is there's this guy that's becomes a rookie cop, but he's like in his 40s, and like so he's like a old rookie when like the other rookies are young in their 20s and everything. And it's basically a very interesting like scenario to see unfold. And the main basis with this is is the whole like the rookies dealing with their TOs, which I think is training officer, I think that's what it is. And the dynamics between all of them are so interesting and so fun, and they work really well off of each other. And the show has a bunch of good characters, like the captain, the chief, and a whole bunch of other characters. Some side characters are really good in this, and the relationships with the characters in this show are like are very interesting and very compelling. Uh, and I will say this: it does seem like there's a little like a lot happens, but also it's also very episodic, even though there is kind of some argument um is very story not so it's overarching but also very episodic. It's very more episodic than this, you know what I mean. um but the way they do it for this show is really well. It has a solid finale, and it's got some emotional moments and everything. I was like, am I about to tear up? Am I about to cry? Um, because like they do good making you care about these characters, their goals, their problems, their struggles. They do a really good job with that. And what I've heard, it's a pretty good. There is some good representation of how like being a cop is in this series. I don't know how accurate that is. It's just something I've seen from a couple videos online. So I'm not saying it's 100% accurate. I wouldn't know, obviously, but there is a lot of just like interesting. It does seem like they do play up like how like what a rookie is kind of allowed to do. I don't know if that's the case. Like I don't really care if that's not how it is realistically, because I like it, and it makes it more compelling when these characters get into these intense situations, and seeing them deal with situations that you would see them deal with is very interesting. Um, Sorry, I forgot to pull this up beforehand. Um, but yeah, the whole story with these characters and everything does really well. And the finale is like a very high stakes finale. Like it's a very high stakes finale, and I did not expect for the first season. There's a lot of high stakes moments in this show, but like the finale uh is very high stakes, um and very very good. And they set up good for the next season. They set up really good for the next season. Um, Now, with that being said, uh, some negatives. There are some episodes that are just like, okay, we're going through the motions and everything. Like, we gotta have this. Like, we gotta have conflict. And the way some people get on each other's nerves sometimes can be a little bit repetitive. But it doesn't hurt anything because it's just the dynamics between the three different pairs are what I think make the show. I think there is one thing where like they kind of rush into one plot thread with a relationship with the main character when after he's already dealt with another thing with a relationship in the earlier in the season, which I think we kind of like we probably could have saved that for like the second season. Um, but hey, that's fine. Um, um, but yeah, critics give season one a 68, and audiences give it a 90. I don't. Me personally, I gotta give season one personally a solid 3.5 out of 5. I think it's a good up there. It doesn't have like, but it's I've been enjoying the heck out of it so far, and it's got some slow episodes, but like most of the time, it's like got really good character moments. It's got really good build up moments. It's got really good like I don't know. I think that's really good, and the show is still ongoing with this eighth season just starting a few weeks ago. So that's really cool. And the fact that this show is that entertaining for this concept. 'Cause there's a lot of cop dramas out there and everything, and crime dramas and all that stuff. This is one of the more intriguing ones. And it's definitely something that I've definitely enjoyed. And it has solid writing, solid characters, and it's just not bad. It's just not bad, and it's I didn't think a show like this would get me as invested as I did. Cause like I always try to like find like a new show to like sit down and be like my binge show for a bit, and this is kind of my binge show right now, and it's very entertaining, and like all the characters get like their time to shine with their storylines. Like obviously Nolan being like the main character has, but like the other two rookies, they have their own storylines that are super interesting, and then even the TOs have their own storylines that are interesting. Um, I think there's one storyline with I forget his name, but it's Tim, I think it's his name, Officer Bradford, I think it. We do revisit a plot with him quite a few times, which it does go somewhere, but I do think like it doesn't seem like you're interested to see where it's gonna go, but we're not too worried about seeing it too much. Um, but besides that, I think that storyline does go well in how they handle it. Um, and like I said, I'm surprised a show like this has been keeping my attention. It's been something I really have been enjoying, and but that's really all I can really say about the show. I don't want to like run it into the ground. I will review season two, three, four, and just all the seasons um, at some point. So I kind of just more reviewing this now because I wanted to go ahead and start watching season two, and I wanted to get my review done beforehand. So yeah, that's really all I've got to say. I don't really say this ever. If you want to watch this, you can watch it on Hulu, or Hulu or Disney Plus with Hulu or whatever. And it's really good. I think also the first like few seasons are on Netflix. I think so. At least in Canada they are. Buddy watched it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this review. I will see each and every one of you guys in the next one. And bye. See you guys next one. Bye.